This is Putting Veterans First, a presentation of the National Veterans Rights Association. NVRA is an organization with one thing in mind, putting the rights and best interest of our veterans first and foremost. This program will provide guidance to the 60,000 homeless vets seeking help, to the millions denied benefits, to the families of more than 17,000 vets annually who commit suicide. Putting Veterans First is hosted by Stu Steinberg, a veteran who served in Vietnam as an explosive ordnance disposal specialist from 1968 to 1970 and a volunteer service officer for Vietnam Veterans of America since 1978.
Welcome to Podcast 4 of 4, our final podcast in this series on stem cell therapy and veterans. Our podcast guests today are Stuart A. Steinberg, Chairman, National Veterans Rights Association, Incorporated; Kristen Comella, Chief Scientific Officer, BioHeart and U.S. Stem Cell Clinic, and Director, National Veterans Rights Association; and Dr. Randall Davis, CEO, Luminec Life Sciences Health and Wellness Clinic, and Director, National Veterans Rights Association.
Kristen didn't mention that her group, they can take one stem cell harvesting, we'll call it, and they can save some of those cells and they can culture them and grow them, and within about 2 months you could have a whole new set, millions and millions of stem cells to reintroduce if needed without having to go back into the body. Is that correct, Kristen?
We have the ability to culture, expand, and bank these cells, and we then can save them. We can get 20-plus doses from one draw from a patient. I think this is especially important when we're dealing with difficult degenerative diseases, the ability to come back and do repeat dosing. I'm not sure that it's appropriate to think that you would only get or need one stem cell treatment. Being able to come back and do additional stem cell treatments could prove very beneficial in certain diseases.
And I want to just mention that John and myself, we've been researching stem cells for many years, and there's, like any profession and any business, there's good players and there's bad players, there's good ones and bad ones, and then you have to be careful in the world of stem cell therapy. There's a lot of shysters out there and a lot of people that are just taking your money and they're charging $50,000, $100,000, $125,000 for procedures that might not even be the exact procedures the patient needs. So I want to let everybody know that Kristen is the most ethical, honest stem cell practitioner that I've come across, and we've seen a lot of them, let me tell you. You really have to be a little careful when you're venturing into this world, but I want to let you know that the U.S. Stem Cell Clinic, they have an FDA-approved lab, they're publicly traded and so forth, it's very transparent, and they're in the business to really help people. It's not just a money-making thing. Some of these guys are literally, they're con artists, and it's really sad that they're preying on people who they're taking advantage of these people who don't know any better. They're totally desperate. The doctors that they're working with throw their hands up, say, "There's nothing else I can do with you. Make your plans. Get your will together. Blah blah blah." And these people are just totally desperate. And they'll just pay extraordinary amounts of money unnecessarily. So when looking at stem cell, I'm very comfortable in recommending Kristen and her group and the doctors that she works with to give you an ethical and honest assessment, and you're not going to get ripped off. It's a legitimate process. So I want to make sure people do understand that. Her group, that's a group that you definitely would want to work with if you're thinking of looking into stem cell therapy. Kristen, if they wanted to look up your information and get some information on the web, is there a website they could go to? USStemCellClinic.com, and then our parent company is BioHeartInc.com.
So U.S. Stem Cell Clinic is a division of the parent company, but U.S. Stem Cell Clinic is the most appropriate place to go for patient information.
For TAFA and Tri-Amino information, you would want to go to, at this point, it's called Amnion Animal, AMNION Animal.com, and that will link you to the human side of things, and then the National Veterans Rights Association.
It's nationalveteransrights.org.
That's an incredible website, and the things that Stu has been doing to help veterans is really incredible.
You've been listening to Putting Veterans First, a program designed to help millions of vets and their families receive the benefits and care they deserve. Putting Veterans First is a presentation of the NVRA, the National Veterans Rights Association.